Hi, welcome to this session of the summit on how we use Jira and how to make Jira scale and how to think on a graph and how to connect all the dots in a highly scalable way. Tatevik and Ilona and the team are going to show you a bunch of stuff. And I just want to give you a quick intro and expect you to participate and to care about what stuff we do and respect everybody. Everything at the summit is about openness, so we all release everything we do in the Creative Commons and open source. And again, we want everybody to have strong respect about everything we do and everything you experienced. So share your views on OSS 2020, and here's the Slack link, and then learn, right? So that's the point here. So Tatevik, over to you. So I'll stop sharing, and you can take it from here.
Yes, thank you, Denise, for introduction. So I will move forward and share my screen. I will show, okay, so let me start. Do you see my screen? Mm-hmm.
Yes, can see it.
Okay, so. So in this session, we will talk about how Jupyter and Jira together can help you to run a project successfully. In each project, we are facing following constraints, and we want to optimize the flow. We have limited time, resources, and we want to achieve highest quality. We want to minimize our costs, and we want to have transparency about the risk, and also we want to deliver something to customer that is matching the requirements. So with this, we have also some challenges. We have teams working in different time zones. Even working in the office is a challenge. You need to have better communication. You need to have transparency. The teams should understand what they are working on. And then you have different stakeholders continuously coming with new feature requests. Different tasks, and you have a backlog of a million of things, or at least requests coming from all over the places. You have bugs reported by QA and customers, and you have code refactoring improvements, and you need to deal with all of this. We need to somehow optimize your workflow on the way that everyone will benefit. And in the end, you will have some releases to customers, and you will have some success in the project, yes. So with this coming to help, Jira and any actually task tracking tools that we know are designed on the way that they want to help you somehow to get transparency and to achieve the results that you need. In Glassful, there is a different way of how to we are using Jira, and for us it is mainly database, graphical database, that is allowing to, as Denise mentioned, it is allowing to graphically represent everything, which is helping somehow to some magic way is showing you your mistakes, which I will show in a later presentation and also in live demo. It is helping you to give the team all the time floor to collaborate together. Even directly or indirectly, you are pushing the team that understand where in each moment where you are stand with that all graphical representations. So we are using Jira a bit differently, and with the help of Jupyter, we are creating reports that are helping to see project status and everything, which I will talk in later. So in our Jira, we have different boards of configuration. We have, for example, bug board, we have a board for design, projects, questions, and everything we are linking together, as then it will be shown to the in the presentation, but we are linking it together so that you can get overall structure of it. For example, in design board, we have different when the project is starting, we are creating tasks, and then tasks are design tasks are connecting to main stories, and then they are linking to the person that it is working, even to the teams that they are representing. So we have really very big flexibility of making all this work together. We have a board for we have storyboard where you can see different stories there, and every story has its own tasks. Tasks can have reference to the design ticket. They can have reference to, for example, training session. They can have reference to some requirements that are coming. So we have what is different, I think, in Glasswall, that you have really big flexibility how to play with the data and make it to work with you, for you. We have persona boards, which is really very interesting to emphasize, that you can create personas and you can enter information. So it is becoming for you also person database, that for organization, you have everything in one place, persons, projects that you are doing, and everything, it is connecting together. So you can create persons with the email, like GitHub account ID, with any reference you want, and it will be easier in future just from one place to find it, and you will have links, for example, on that person, what he has been working on, what he has accomplished. This will help you to get report for each person each moment of time. Then we have just bug board, which is very interesting. Then people can see what bugs exist in the project. We can really connect the bugs again to the stories features. And as a showcase, I would like to show two project models that we have been working, and somehow we give successful releases. One of them was a security project. We created different features and link everything to the stories, and then to the persons, to the squad that is going to work on that. Project has initial questions that has been answered. You can see here squad leader has been Denise, and we can have different squad leaders for the project, which all is really linking and coming from the Jira. Then we have, you can see that we were able to accomplish following features in time, I would say. And this is actually the schema of the project that we were having. You can see, like, this is one other project. For example, this was Jira and PagerDuty integration, and it has following features, stories, tasks, and the people assigned to it. And one thing here, when you have the links, you can see also when something is wrong. For example, when I was making this report today, I saw that one story had been under 2 features. So these links are helping you really to see the mistakes, or make it better all the time. And these schemes of the project really are being useful each day to see your overall project. And then if you need, you can create from different angles, like you can see is assigned to, for example, one colleague, and you can see all the tasks assigned to the colleague. So you can have back forth of the reporting as well, which is really helpful in the way that you can all the time have overview what is going on. Yeah, and this is another project. You see different links, different schemes, and all the time you are working to let us say, to improve what is being inconsistent. This is helping you to give these graphical representations, is helping you to understand what you can do better, what links are incorrect, what is not useful. For example, if you create story and it has only one task, then this story is not a story. It should be just task itself. And it gives you understand well what you are doing wrong. So also for the projects, we were creating very nice status reports, I would say, using of Jupyter Power. This was, for example, for feature 130, we had following stories, and you can see that a status of that, what person assigned to it, and you can actually use it for communication. Yes, you can get a quick screenshot of that and share with the team members, saying that I'm seeing this feature has following stories, and it doesn't have a signee, it has a signee, please go and work with that. And yeah, this is again, for example, you can share with the team the status that you have done so great, you have everything in place and done. And you can also get very nice reports, again, using by Jupyter notebooks. For example, you can get tasks that not completed. And what is, I know that this kind of things you can achieve also in Jira dashboards, let us say, natural. But what is different, what we are doing here, that flexibility. We are owning the data that can be shown in the in these graphs, and we can change it, and we can really adjust it to our needs. So this is really like how we use it differently, that and all the data is entered in the Jira, as you can see, as I was showing, personas, squads, teams, structures, everything is there. So you can easily make all the any report you wish, because it is generally all the company database, yes. Yeah, moment. Yeah, we were having different other dashboards showing that, for example, how much things has been done, how much is in progress. This was the other type of project report, and actually how we were using it, you can see I have a screenshot of our then taking it and communicating it with the team members. For example, I was taking status of one feature and communicating with the team that this is really cool progress, everything is green, and the team members were seeing that really progress what we are doing. Then we had this, I will show this report later in my computer, because here I cannot zoom in, zoom out. So again, there were a big report that I will show a bit later. And these are actually, this was helping to have daily collaboration and to the with the team, daily showing them what is open, what they can focus on, what and you see they were also reacting, they were showing what is done and trying to get engaged and show their progress as well. Just by showing them what is current status, they were getting more engaged and trying to make it better. Yeah, here you can see we had requests that we were tracking and having to do that all the time to remind to the team. And you can see that we have different type of issue here. It is request, if I'm not mistaken. And we were tracking requests here and having it tracked. And this was reminder, for example, before the release to check what requests we have. And this has been connected to the link to the project. So all the time you were having it under the track. And this actually worked, because Denise then remembered that one requirement is missing here just before the project is going to be released, and we needed to update it there as well. So yes, this kind of then we were having feature requests in the Slack, and actually this was mirrored then in Jira, which was helping us then to have a track of that. So this was just some kind of introduction to show you moment. This was some kind of introduction to show you how we were how in a glass wall, or how we use Jira and what outcomes we are getting from Jira in Jupyters. So actually we are having gradual overview of the project. We are getting team working smoothly and having transparency, and we are getting actually self-organized teams, which is really something that I think a lot of companies are trying to achieve long time, because for example, I will give you a good example here. One of the this security project is moving still forward, but as a like project manager, me or Denise as a stakeholder is busy with the current summit, and the team is working really independent because we have everything transparent in Jira. I'm sharing with them just reports, what is still there, what they need to focus, and they really work without any interruptions. And we are getting also right prioritization of the work, and also we are having everything in one place in one database. So this was about the presentation. But I will just give 1 minute anyone to ask questions, because I will now go and show different things just a bit of closer, because in presentation they were just small view. If someone has questions, please you can, or I will move forward and show different these reports from closer point of view. Okay, so I was sharing in presentation, I had this scheme, and you see this was one of the projects, and this was some kind of scheme that we have in project, that we have this request in the project, we have checklists, what should be, for example, when we will first phase of the project, when we can have it done, and the checklist had its own features, and then when we completed the features, we can completed also the checklist. And you can see like everything is so nicely structured. And the good thing with these graphs is that you can use whatever part you want. It depends on you what you want. You can even use from backward, as I mentioned, and you can see, for example, Sanchit as a developer has following task list. So, and you can go to him and see the status or what is working, what is there. And you can see here from backward that this person has following task list, and you can check it with him. And it is, in the end, it is connected to the project, but just here. So you can see bugs in the project, in the features, so and everything related, every links. And what is the good? You can correct some links, or you can see that, wow, I made so many, let us say, so many information. I need to go and correct some things, which is also one of the outcomes that you can get from this graphical presentation of the project. So this was one thing in presentation, and then, yeah, this is another project representation that we had. with different features. As you can see, project has its features, stories and everything, tasks and everything assigned to a person. That is also like then we had these status reports, which I showed also in a presentation. And you can see how big it is, but it is really like this, showing how many things is done, which can then get and just tell the team that you have done so many things, thank you. But and these reports are we are getting from Jupyter, which I will show you as well, or my colleagues Ruben, Dario, if are here, can show how we are working with notebooks. So yes, these are something in progress. Again, report got from Jupyter notebooks, and you can see list of bugs that can be communicated, a list of questions, and whatever you want, you can get for in the report. It depends what data you have entered in the project. So everything really, it depends what data you entered here. If you want to enter more data, then you will get different. If you want to organize the things differently, definitely you can do. And if you want to link everything differently and then get report based on what you will link, everything here is linkable. This is making you graphical. Then it is going to the graph. And it depends how you will do that linking actually. So for example, here is one tutorial that we had, for example, how to run a report in Jupyter notebook shared by a colleague. Then, and it has been very detailed just for me to understand as well. We were going to our GW bot and are asking for Jupyter servers. If there is anything running, then we could just go to App for Jupyter, and we could have reports, to-do list, and this is all just written by our colleagues. Now you have notebook updated, and you can see the reports, for example, status by task, status by pending task. So whatever you will enter here, it depends on you. And really it is full flexibility on you, how you want to work with the data. Then what I like, and I really using printed notebook, because I could share with the team. Yeah, and yeah, this was some kind of tutorial. I hope somehow useful. And then Ruben, are you here? Okay, so just before I will go here, let me. Yeah, I have shown it already here, this report. I just want to see if I haven't forgotten anything. Okay. So, and now this is live, let us say, our current project that we are working, and that I want to show you how we have organized it. So you can see we have entered different boards, bug, design, entity, feature, organizer. I would say what we have here is just the minimum that we entered. You can enter anything as you wish through this Jupyter, any kind of entity you want with the icon that you wish. So we have organizer, person. In different projects we had squads, we had teams. So it really depends this data how you want to enter them. We have schedule, we have anything that will come to your mind, you can enter here. But one thing I want to emphasize is because this tool is very powerful with flexibility, and anybody can, who has access, of course, can enter any kind of board or any kind of information. Of course, there is a risk that people will add a lot of data, and then because in let us say classic Jira, you have everything given and you are just working with limited things that you have there. Here you are unlimited. You can have everything as you wish, everything you can organize as you wish. But of course, with freedom, you get also constraints, yes, because you can have then you can a bit easier get chaotic, I would say. I don't find a different other way, because if you enter data incorrectly and you have this freedom that you can enter everything, then you can really just have then some a lot of data and you will not know what to do with it. And this all the links and so on. But what is good that these links and graphical representation easily will show you that you are doing something wrong. This is also something to emphasize. So we have for Open Security Summit, for designing the website, for helping organizers, for any work that is going just to support the summit, we have decided to create Jira project for that. And for that, you can see we have created following boards. We have created then links to that, and I will go to see if there is another page for that. A training session, working session, teams, tasks, stories. This is work in progress. Each day it is improving, and we are adding more information. For example, if you have risks, you can enter there. If you have questions, then so we have yeah, we have following questions in our project, and as you can see, I hope that the project would be connected with is question of, you see there is a link so that you all the time will see. And here you can also link issue, which is you can see different kind of links. And then from Jupyter notebooks, this is where you'll use this. Yes, you will put the correct links here. Then in Jupyter notebooks, you can easily get used of that for creating reports or any request that you want. Anybody has question or questions? So for a summit, we had created features, which actually this is also very interesting. For example, when you have already created and everything is visualized, you can get the reports and so on. You can also get some discussions, what is right, what is wrong, because if you not do this visualization, then you will not get also the questions, yes? So project link to the features, and then you can see feature has its bugs that the team working, and they have it in work in progress. And for example, each story, that is development story, has its own design task. Hopefully this one not have. Yeah, just this one doesn't have, but they should have any one. Let me go back. Yeah, for example, homepage development, which was one of the main big features we were doing. So you can see that it has different tasks, and any task that has some design work in it should have design task. Here you see it has design link in it. So which is really very handy, that if a developer is working on task, immediately seeing that it has design already and it is done, design is already completed. And you can add any other link that you want. You can assign it to the person that you want. And with that, then you can get the nicer reports, I would say. And you see there is questions that is being entered, which is also in other task tracking tools, of course. But as I mentioned here, our power is just that the data we enter is really customizable, and we can play with the data as we wish. And okay. You can get different kind of, for example, it can be has training session or anything. All these links, you are here really customizing anything as you wish. You can create vulnerabilities for the project. You can create risks for the projects, threats, anything, user sessions, anything, and you can have then the boards, or you can have it delivered by, or anything that makes sense for your project. So any question about organizing Jira? Yeah. And if you can see there, we had like, here we have much more, let us say, entity-centered. There, because Summit just started, I'm sure till the end of Summit we will enter there more these boards, but for now it was small. And here you see we have a lot of things. And then, yes, Oleg?
Hi.
Yes, yes.
I'm interested. How can I looking at the parameters of the GV bot? Is it possible to know how, for example, can I run request in the Slack chat? Is there any information about this?
Yes, yes, there is information, I'm sure. And
how I can get?
I don't. Let me just one moment stop my sharing, and I will again share it back.
Okay.
Dario, Ruben, any one of you is here?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Dario, do you want to answer to Oleg about the GW bot?
Yes. You can use the command GW help, and you will get a list of commands that you can use there. But basically, you can start a server. You can make grabs, and you can prime the notebooks. That is the main functionality that we use there.
Can you show right now how
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
get information?
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Give me a second. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Here at the beginning, you have to check if there is any server running with this command, GP servers, sorry. So here, I started a server a few minutes ago, but in other case, you can start another one using the command GP start. I will open the server that I have active right now. And for example, the report that Tatevik showed is this one here. Okay. Here in the server, we can retrieve the info that we have in Jira using the API and create this kind of reports. Yeah. So we can come here, refresh the information, and we can go with this link. We can go to Slack. And take a screen of this information. Let me show you with this command, GP web preview. So you have the information updated, pardon, sorry, and here you have the report that you can share with the rest of the team. This is the report that Tatevik showed before. List of the tasks. And talking about Jira, for example, here we have a project 21. I will create a graph with this information using GWBot. Let me check. I create it here. For example, I can tell to GWBot that I want project 21 with 4th of deep, the deep of the graph that we want, and the links that we want there. We can has a squad developer link, has task, and has history. These links, yeah. So when run this command, we will get the graph here. And another thing that Tatevik said before, that we can see here what links are grown. For example, okay. Here we can see the same information that we have in Jira. And imagine we have some with a ground link. For example, if this task have another link, we can go to Jira, change it, change the link or remove the ground link, and take the graph again. For example, here I create a bug related with is task off the relation, and so we can come here, delete it, and take the graph again.
Also, yeah, Oleg, is it answering your question? We can.
Yes, I have imagined, but I'm feeling lack of information how I can get information. But if, for example, I forget about format of the command, where I can get this information?
There are tutorials for GitHub for.
There is a tutorial, yeah.
Yeah, there are tutorials created. I can share them with you.
Yes, I see. Let's know later. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the team here? Dario, as you are here, might be you can also comment about playbooks that you, Aliona, created, and for example, onboarding people and so on, because I think it was also quite interesting how we use these playbooks.
Yeah, I don't have any examples here, but Playbook is a very interesting feature that we are using. Is when we have imagine we have an event like we incorporate a person to our organization, so that trigger many actions that always are the same, like create their account in Jira, create the GitHub account, start a contract. So we can create a playbook for this event that is incorporate a new person to the company, and we can automatically replicate all these tasks to that person on Jira.
So actually, for example, we were creating, yes, for the tasks that you are doing repetitively, for example, creating GitHub account for when you are onboarding people, creating Jira account for onboarding people, or just sending welcome email, all these tasks which you need to do automatically, and you don't want each time to go and manually enter this Jira. We created playbooks, which then were enabled by Jupyter notebooks, and it was like when someone were joining or leaving, we were able to copy these playbooks, and the tasks were automatically created. So this was also another entity, and also another links in our graph visualization. Yeah, you can see different playbooks that we have created, and these all are being used, for example, onboarding, so all these tasks for not doing manually, you see, you can, we were creating a playbook with the predefined task list, and then when somebody just joining the team, we happily were copying the playbook, and everything was being just automatically created. And then you see is used different links here used, is playbook of, is used of, which all is graphical, then a representation of overall organization. So really for us, Jira works as a graphical database to show everything that is happening in organization. Even for the COVID tracking, company was using that project, and all people were just entering the data and so on. Yeah, you see for different playbooks here, I will, and different links entered here. So this was another concept, way of using our, let us say, Jira in Jupyter like organization. So questions here. And you see action, access, all this kind of graphical visualization and linkings, just covering everything, I would say, even more than probably is getting used. We have here so many things, facts, events, equipments, and even tracking equipments. We are using Jira, so that we have reports in Jira what equipment is in our organization used, and then it is linked to the persona, so you can see what kind of, for example, hardware is given, what kind of mobile, and so on. So you have everything here linked, and you can get from Jira not only project status report, but also the other way around, also organizational things, administrative things, all this because we enter all the data there. Yes, that is the key. So I want to show also Jira in Jupyter, let us say some slides from a colleague. Might be it will be in interesting, and there will be more information that will answer some of other questions. So you can see, yes, graph visualization of any linked issues. That is what we were mentioning it. And you can see, yes, any link that you are entering in Jira then is becoming graphical representing in Jupyter. You have easily organized into pandas, so you can see. Dario, do you want to comment about it, or Alyona? Okay, so yes, it is easily organized, as you can see the code, and also then it is organized with feature facts and anything you can see here. Then you can edit issues directly in Jupyter, which is giving you to do bulk actions and do edits just from the Jupyter, and which is it, and the user interface, as you can see, is very cool itself. Yeah, you can have ability to create delete issues, and you can have customizable UI. You can put here whatever you want, like sorting, filtering, anything. You can report status reports that scale with the size of your project. You see different type of reports that we were showing. And yes, and all changes being pushed to GitHub repo, tracking history, and because it is in GitHub, all the history and the version control is not any problem. So any questions here? Okay, let me see in the chat. Yes, Alyona, I asked Dario, but yeah, in Jupyter, Dario, are you able to show the playbook in Jupyter? Because you know, whatever I need, I'm asking either you or Ruben to do these technical things. So if someone, Alyona, we can take it for the next session, because we will have also one more session next week. And if audience is really interested in that, we can show how in Jupyter playbooks are created. Okay. So do you want me to show anything else with our graphical representations, which project schemes and so on? I don't, because you are not giving questions. Denise, are you here with us? So I don't know what else will be interesting for audience to share. I can share. Yeah, I can share probably. I can share in live how look like project 31, for example. with just how we made it. Though I think I have showed it, but it had checklists and different, again, some links. Yeah, here there is nice feature. When you link issue, you can also then just from here create linked issue. And whatever you want, you can just immediately from here link to the ongoing project. And you can have access to all this for example, you can create new squad if you want easily, and but I don't want to create it now, any squad, or I can create a new playbook. Even anything that you want, you can just create from linked issue, and you can then easily link to someone that you want to work on that. So all the keys that I would say is with the links and graphical representation and visualization, and the power of using Jupyter notebooks. Dario, do you want to show anything in Jupyter notebooks?
Yeah, I can show the other types, the other kinds of graph that we can create there. Like the one.
Yeah.
I can share a second.
Okay.
Okay. This is the graph that we saw before, but we can create another kind of graphs. Here I have some examples. We can create top-down graphs like this. We can group by issue. Remember, in Jira we have a team, we have a project, we have task, we have features. So here we can group by feature and take the things related with that issue. We can group by status, like here, to do. So here is very easy to see what things we have pending, in progress. Here another kind of graph with another layout. Here we can see the status of the task. Here is very small. And here we can see all the things that are related with that issue, with this issue, in another way, in a summary way. But as you can see, we can create a customized graph, and this is very powerful. We can imagine how is better to see the information and create or customize the graph. Make sense?
Thank you, Dario. Yes, all these graphs are really helping to somehow get transparency for the project and communicate it with, let us say, team members, and solve the problem that a lot of other teams are having, like what is open tasks, what we should work, or what has been completed even, or how I can see overall picture of project. All these questions are being answered by our Jira configuration. So I will once more sum up what we have discussed here, and then if there is no questions, we can really end the meeting. So yes, I'm sharing my screen. So this was introduction about how powerful will be to use. One moment. How powerful is to use Jira in Jupyter with being with possibility to customize the data, to enter the data as you want, and how with different links you can get visualization that is not possible to get, I think, without these links and without this graphical overview. This graphical overview is really powerful because from just graphs you see what is going wrong or right, and then you can improve things. We have Jira is used as a really graphical database for us. For whole organization, it is not only task tracking tool, it is really a database with the links that you can then use in the reports, and you can get, for example, yes, there was COVID project, and it was also even tracked here. There is equipment, and with all these links, and you have everything in one place, let us say, and with help of Jupyter, you are getting everything visualized, and you can really make it work for you on the way that your organization needs. For example, you have these personas here, and if you go to person, you will see anything like all information related to that person, even what kind of hardware they have, and what tasks they are assigned. So it is really from all sides connected together, and thanks to that we can get also nice reports, which colleague also showed, and this is really configurable based on the links that you enter there. You can get whatever you are interested. We get these reports, but you can get something different in your project. So it depends really what you are using. And yes, you can get status dashboards, and you have in Jupyter customizable UI that you can do bulk actions there, or it also has very nice UI. Here I was showing it, edit issues directly in Jupyter. Yes, and I think that is it, I would say, for today. If there will be another session as well, and if somebody interested, please ask questions, write anything that interesting for you, we can try to cover in the next session as well.
Hello, Tatevik. So I was a bit away. Can I help with anything, or?
I was just summarizing. We have gone through all Jupyter notebooks. Dario showed how reports are working. I have been showing all different, let us say, how we are using for project management, what kind of reports we are making. I showed the project schemes that we have, and also like this graphical representation that we have for different projects. But if you want to comment on anything, of course, you are welcome. So,
no, so actually, I don't know, any questions that some participants had that? No, I think it's great. Cool.
So yes, and if there is any questions, we can cover in the next sessions if we haven't covered something. So thank you everyone for being with us and staying with us till the end. It means that you will not get bored.
Thank you so much, Tatevik. Thank you for
Brilliant. I'll stop the recording now.
session.